Welcome to the deep dive. Ever felt maybe overwhelmed by all the messages a brand sends out? Or worse, felt like different parts of the same company were saying completely different things?
Yeah.
Today, we're diving into a really crucial question for businesses. Is communication just, part of marketing? Or is it actually woven into marketing so deeply that it changes, well, everything about how brands connect with us? We're going to unpack this challenge and the surprising solution right now.
And this deep dive is really all about getting to grips with integrated marketing communication, IMC. Now, many of us might have heard the term, but what's often missed is how, relatively speaking, new it is. It formally emerged around 2000, give or take, in the USA. But it very quickly became seen as, well, the key, the gold standard for high-quality advertising and promotion.
Right. So our mission today is to help you understand this perspective, why it's so vital for any business that, says it wants to stay strong, stay competitive. We're using insights from Fotis Pantopoulos' great article in CEO World magazine for this.
Yeah.
Okay, so the traditional view, the one the article really takes aim at, it sees communication and marketing as these two, separate fields.
Yeah.
Just for promoting products, almost like they're on different planets sometimes.
Exactly. Different planets, different silos, sending messages across the void, maybe. But IMC, it's all about building bridges between those planets. And while there isn't one single definition everyone agrees on, the article gives a pretty solid, comprehensive one. Essentially, IMC is a communication design concept for marketing. It recognizes the added value of an integrated plan, one that looks at the strategic role of all the different tools, things like general advertising, sales promotions, direct response, PR, and it synthesizes them, pulls them together. Why? So that there's consistency, clarity, and crucially, maximum impact on the target audience.
Okay, but here's where it got really interesting for me in the article. It points out this complete confusion in so many companies, even ones that seem well-run otherwise. They mistakenly think the marketing department can just sort of absorb the communication role. That seems like more than just a small mistake, right? It feels like a fundamental misunderstanding.
Oh, absolutely. A huge misunderstanding of what strategic communication actually is and what it achieves. And the article suggests a couple of clear solutions. Either you have two distinct departments, communication and marketing, but they must work very closely together, collaboratively, or you have a specific communications and PR officer who acts consultatively, stepping in when needed. The point isn't really to question the marketing techniques themselves, they're often fine. But with this explosion of global communication tools, thanks to tech, globalization, you have to clear up this confusion. It's imperative for the overall quality of communication.
So if this integrated approach, this IMC, is the key to quality, what does that dedicated communication department bring to the table? What's its unique skill set? How does IMC actually make this synergy happen? What are its sort of defining features?
Good question. The article zeroes in on two main characteristics, and they really underline why correct product communication is so vital. First, there's neutrality towards media choice. IMC doesn't start with a favorite channel like we love TV ads, no. Instead, it strategically uses all media the consumer might be receptive to, all of them. And the choice is based purely on a cost-benefit analysis. What works best for this specific goal? That's the first thing, neutrality. And the second characteristic is seeing all contacts, every single touch point a consumer has with the brand or company as a potential communication channel. So an ad, sure, but also customer service calls, website design, packaging, store layout, everything. And the crucial point, the absolute linchpin, is that all these elements, every piece of the IMC program must speak with one voice. They have to deliver the exact same core message and actively reinforce each other.
That idea of speaking with one voice really resonates. We've all experienced the opposite, haven't we? I remember trying to return something once, and the person on the phone gave me a totally different story than the website's return policy.
Yeah.
It was incredibly frustrating. It felt like, the left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing. Or tweeting.
That's exactly the kind of friction IMC is designed to prevent, isn't it? Because when that consistency breaks down, you don't just confuse people, you actively, damage their trust.
Precisely. You erode trust.
Yeah.
And that consistency is the direct path to what many now see as the absolute key in modern marketing, which is relationship building. IMC is the primary way you achieve that. It fosters an ongoing dialogue, a connection between the brand and the consumer. It's shifted from just selling stuff to nurturing a relationship.
And the article points out, practically speaking, that this kind of planning, this coordination, making sure everything aligns, tells the same story, builds that relationship, That's the job of a specialized communication department. It doesn't just happen organically, it needs dedicated expertise. Indeed, it does. And when you're building those strategic communication plans, you absolutely need clarity on the role of each part of the promotion mix. Advertising, sales promotion, PR, direct marketing, personal selling, all those tools. Each one has strengths, but also weaknesses. Advertising reaches lots of people, sure, but PR often has more credibility, for instance. Understanding those nuances is critical. The article even mentions how advertising, despite its benefits, is often seen by consumers as, well, potentially unreliable, which is exactly why you need that holistic, integrated approach where all the elements compensate for each other's weaknesses and amplify the strengths. And let's be clear, businesses really struggle if they don't cultivate good relationships with the public. It's foundational.
Okay, so pulling this all together, what does it really mean for businesses trying to navigate today's market? It's crowded out there. Competition is fierce. It seems like building relationships that go beyond just a quick sale is, well, it's not optional anymore, is it? It's essential for survival.
Absolutely essential. So if we summarize the fundamental link between communication and marketing based on the article, first, both are incredibly important. You can't really downplay either. Communication builds the customer relationship. Marketing promotes the products and services that form the basis of that relationship. A business will definitely struggle without both effective communication and effective marketing. They need each other. And the critical link. Communication is the process of sending and receiving messages. That's its function. Marketing is the process of creating value through products or services. But here's the key takeaway. Marketing cannot happen without communication. It just can't. Communication is what enables companies to actually reach their target market in the first place. And it's how they get feedback, listen to the market, and make improvements. It's a two-way street, ideally.
So communication isn't just in marketing, it's almost like a bloodstream of marketing. It makes it possible. It needs to constantly support and reinforce the marketing goals. And marketing needs to provide the substance for communication. Like your example, if the marketing goal is boosting brand awareness, then every tweet, every ad, every press release has to be designed specifically to build that awareness and create a positive feeling about the brand. They really are two sides of the same coin, integrated, working together. Wow, what a shift in thinking we've unpacked today. Going from seeing communication and marketing as, separate islands, to understanding them now as deeply integrated, interdependent, a really powerful force when they work together properly.
Exactly. And maybe this leaves us with a provocative thought for you, the listener, to mull over. In this age we live in, with more global communication tools and customer touchpoints than ever before, think about how challenging, yet how utterly essential that ongoing task is. The task of making sure every single interaction a consumer has with a brand, no matter how small, truly speaks with one voice. It's not a one-time fix, is it? It's a constant process of vigilance, alignment, and strategic communication. Quite the challenge.